Hello, Rotary family. And today we have with us Vindhya ma'am. She is the vice chairman and co-founder for the Rotary Action Group for Menstrual Hygiene and Health. And the objective of doing this interaction is that all president and secretaries around the globe are going to fill the Rotary citation. And one of the important goals in the citation is, are your members part of Rotary Action Group? So today we will understand what Rotary Action Groups are and also understand Rotary Action Group of Menstrual Hygiene and Health. So welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you, Saloni. It's such a pleasure. And I think thanks to you, I got to know that RAG membership is a criteria for citation. I didn't know about that.
Okay, so ma'am, let's start. And this interview is in two segments. The first segment is a rapid fire round. So the first question is, what is a Rotary Action Group?
Okay, I'm supposed to answer in short or little elaborate?
In one line.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, it's basically an independent Rotary affiliated group which comprises both people from the Rotary and maybe non-Rotarians who are interested in who are experts in a particular field, let's say maybe economic development or peace, addiction prevention, WASH. So these are the environment. So they are experts in that field or they have interest in that field. So they come together and they form an action group so that they can offer their technical expertise and support to the clubs to help plan and implement projects on ground and thereby increase the impact of Rotary. This is really what a Rotary Action Group is all about. So this help, it means the support includes help clubs to find partners, to find finance, to prepare for a global grant, and all the technical aspects of it as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. How many Rotary Action Groups are you part of?
I am not part of any other group at the moment, but we are in the space where we closely work with, say, the Environment and Sustainability Rotary Action Group, because our work has a direct impact in menstrual hygiene. We work closely with WASH, which is Water and Sanitation and Hygiene. The third group we work closely is Maternal and Child Health. So these are all allied areas. So indirectly we are a part of these groups, but personally I'm only a member at the moment of RAG Menstrual Health and Hygiene.
Ma'am, how was Rotary Action Group Menstrual Health and Hygiene formed?
You will be really surprised to know this, but Sharmila is the founder of this wonderful group. And in April 2020, when COVID was at its peak, she called me and said, what is this? Everything is like, we knew each other from India. And we both got talking, and she came up with a thought that why don't we get women across the world on a WhatsApp group just to see how we can support each other. So we just started with the WhatsApp group, and within 3 days, we had 256 members. Between the people she knew and we knew, and then, the multiplier effect and the magic of Rotary. So then we all had a Zoom meeting. And we all got talking about problems. So many things came up in that, slavery, mental health and abuse, mental health of women, domestic violence. So many things came up. But then what was really surprising was menstrual health was one of the issues. And we realized that what we call as period poverty, which is access to period products. Period poverty was a reality not just in third world countries, like we popularly have this misconception, but it was a reality during COVID, even in first world countries, be it UK or US or Scotland, because children go to school and school is where they get the pads. And now you're behind, locked homes where your livelihood is at threat. So access to period products was a problem even in first world countries. So then we also realized that the menstrual cup, though it has been in existence for 100 years, has still not been popularly adopted. And we said, environment is a big concern because an average pad takes something like at least 300 to 500 years to decompose. So with these two thoughts in mind, we decided that every woman deserves the dignity. Every woman and girl deserves the dignity. And the other alarming fact is that so many children drop out of school. 23 million girls drop out of school because they don't have access to sanitary pads. In India alone. Look at the data globally, it's a very shocking number. So how do we make it a better world for women? That's how the Rotary Action Group for Menstrual Health and Hygiene was formed. And does that answer your question?
Absolutely. True example of women in Rotary. And when we say that we need more women, and I love the example, like when you said 256 members in one WhatsApp group and an action group was formed. Why there is a need of action group? Because in Rotary, we have Rotary clubs, we have Rotaract, Interact, Inner Wheel. So why was there a need of an action group structure?
See, like I said, action group is about experts, right? We spoke about experts in that particular space. If you heard me right in the first on the first time. So unless we have a focus, things will not happen like it should happen, isn't it? Do you agree with that? Hello?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you need to, certain things, if it needs to happen, it needs to happen in a structured way and in a sustained way, right? So unless you have a focused approach to something, things are not going to move forward.
Absolutely.
Right. So what we found was, you did mention Rotaract and Interact and everything.
Yeah.
But the point is, they all have their own agenda. Like they have their own focus that they need to go after.
Yep.
Isn't it? And this is one part of the agenda. I'm not saying this is not. Disease prevention is a very big part of Rotary's agenda. And under that, menstrual hygiene and health does come. But we don't have a focus. And why do we need a focus? Because, like I told you, period poverty is a global reality. On any given day, more than 300 million women are menstruating. In a total, we're talking about 500 million lacking access to menstrual products and adequate facilities for hygiene management, which is access to, say, simple things like water. And only 50% of the women use single-use disposable sanitary pads. And we're talking about 150 million pads a day in landfills. So this is on one side. When you look at the other side, 1 in 5 low-income group women report missing work or girls missing school or similar events due to lack of period products.
Yes.
So if you look at this, then you will know that A, there was an urgent need because these women deserve the dignity. And B, we need to do something about the sustainability also. And look at what is all this disposable pad doing to the environment. So women and their health and environment. The environment, which is common to everybody. It is not just women, the women and the men.
So the numbers are very surprising. Like, definitely people know that it's affecting the environment, but the numbers are very shocking and they are very alarming that something needs to be done.
Absolutely.
Yes. Ma'am, what kind of activities do you do?
Okay. See, one, I would like to look at it as 4 different areas. One is the menstrual hygiene, health and hygiene materials and market, which is quality and sustainable menstrual materials. It could be reusable pads, it could be use and throw pads, it could be, biodegradable organic material pads, whatever, or menstrual cups. So we help them in sourcing access to that and training in how to use and dispose them. Now, This is on the material aspect. But there is a bigger bugbear in the room which we never address. And again, this is a global issue. We address the harmful social, cultural, and religious norms related to menstruation. I don't need to tell you, in India, for example, they say if you have your period, you should not touch an acharka bottle. In some communities, the girls have to be behind closed doors, right?
Yes.
There are so many taboos
Yeah.
that people don't even want to talk about it in open. In fact, I don't know if you noticed, but our Rotary Action Group baseline is break the silence.
Yeah.
We want to break the silence about all these things and get people to talk openly and not be, shy about it or restricted. So that is one aspect of it. What is address the harmful social, cultural, and religious norms. Two is provide access to quality and sustainable menstrual materials and train them on how to use it. Second is the education part of it. Educate them on disposal, so many things about the menstrual products, and also the different kind of products that are available in the market. Third is enable the environment, create an ambience which is open for public and private participation. In some cases, we have not directly been involved, but there is this organization which is HLL Life Care, and there's another organization in Karnataka where they have worked closely with Rotary. I'm not sure about the club, but where they have talked to the panchayat, and they're trying to get the entire panchayat, one panchayat at a time, to convert to reusable products, which will directly impact the landfill. It will save a lot of money for the corporation in dealing with menstrual waste, at least one part of the waste. So it will also in Chennai, for example, we have a concept called period-friendly toilets. So we've been telling the schools which Rotary is involved in. You already know that Rotary has the WASH project, right?
Yes.
Which goes and builds toilets in schools. So as a part of the WASH project, we're telling them, make sure that the toilets are period friendly. And what do we mean by period friendly? You know that in many government schools and government aided schools, the doors, even in better schools for that matter, the bathroom door will not close properly. So the door should be properly, door closing should be proper. There should be proper lighting. There should be a hook or something where they can, if they have to carry a pad or something, where they should be able to carry it discreetly and, have some kind of a ledge or something to keep the bag. Yeah. Simple things, very simple things. And a very basic thing, a dustbin in every toilet block. Not in the block, in every toilet room, in every single unit. Because we cannot expect the child to, carry the soiled napkin and come and throw it outside. Yes. Simple small things, but are so important. And believe me, all this is there in Swachh Bharat guidelines, but I don't know for what reason, but it's not followed. So all the Rotary presidents should apply this, I think. Very small things. Yeah. So enabling environment, like I said, is to enforce female-friendly facilities and break the stigmas and myths and keep an environment which is open for public and private funds. And the fourth aspect is supportive facilities, which is the WASH I talked about, and convenient and viable options for disposal, safe disposal of menstrual waste. So this is what we do broadly under the menstrual health and hygiene. Amazing, ma'am. We'll go to the second segment, and we will just focus more on what are your current projects where other Rotary clubs can participate with you, join hands with you. Okay, I'll tell you what kind of project that we do, and ideally this can be done in every city or every town or every club, by every club, because almost all clubs have what you call an adopted school, isn't it? We have these happy schools projects in our concept in our Rotary. So under the happy schools, for example, if you were to conduct a workshop, A for the teachers, B for the parents, and C for the children who are of the menstruation age, menarche age, and above, up to 10th or 12th, whatever the school is. And I would like to say here, both boys and girls, not just girls. Okay. So why we need to do the teachers first? Because teachers is the first point of reference for school children. And if you educate the teachers will be able to clarify doubts or at least escalate it to the correct authority. And
Right.
teachers also act as the bridge between the children and the parents. The second would be the parents, because if the child goes back and asks for something, the parents need to be aware.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So and third is the kids themselves. And what we do in these workshops, according to the age appropriately, we bring up the topic of menarche. What are the changes in the body which happens? What are the things that the child should watch out for? What are good health practices, whether it is the sleeping, eating healthy, or exercising holistically. And then toward the end, we also talk about what are the options available in the market for menstrual protection. How should they use them? So we educate them, including how to dispose them in case they are using disposable. And while we speak about the disposables, we also tell them that you have the option of reusable products in the market. These are the reusable products. Typically, what we do is there will be some, 5 or 6 N2 kids who will ask questions and answer questions and all. So we will give them a free sample.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a good idea for a club to also pick up and distribute panties and clean underwear and pads, reusable pads.
Right. So it's a very great initiative where we can, collaborate, train
Yes.
people, provide them with good materials, sustainable materials like menstrual cups or like the cloth pads, and actually educate them about this matter, because very few are educated, and it has to be done in a very, like, from the school teachers to the parents and then to the kids. So I really love the hierarchy as well.
And there's one more optional
Yes.
idea here of economic empowerment. So
Okay.
in any club, again, we have given sewing machines to people, right?
Yeah.
And there are some sewing units, or we can also, if possible, set up. It doesn't cost much, and something like 4 machines can produce, say, 500 pads. We can, the Rotary Action Group, Menstrual Health and Hygiene can facilitate setting up of a unit to produce within the school or in the community. So it can be a subsidiary income. I wouldn't say it could be the main income, but it can be the subsidiary income for some women, where we can train the women to both produce the pad and also sell the pad.
Amazing. So it's like an entrepreneurship opportunity.
Yes.
It is saving the environment.
Yes.
It is preventing a disease. And it's like, it looks like a master project for every club.
Absolutely.
Ma'am, how can you be a member of RAG of MHH?
You just have to pay $15. You can go to our website, which is ragmhh.org, and fill a form and become a member. As simple as that. Or you can contact Sharmila or me.
All right.
Or
so I hope
Denise.
that you have more members from around the globe after this video. And as I said, we are doing this Create Hope in the World series. And ma'am, what is your mantra to create hope in the world?
Yeah, before I tell you about my mantra, I was just trying to look up for a mail which we received recently. I'd just like to read a portion of it. It is from Mr. Jeffrey, who is written to our secretary, Denise. Denise is from Ibiza. That is the beauty again of Rotary. Sharmila is from Tower Hamlets, London. She's the chairman. I'm Vindhya. I'm from India, Chennai. And Denise is from Ibiza, Spain. Okay. And our treasurer is Ines, who is from Argentina, Buenos Aires.
It's a global community.
Yes. And we all met for the first time when we went to the Houston convention. We never even met to face.
A convention can lead to a RAG.
Yes. No, it was the Houston Rotary Convention. We took up a stall. We all met there for the first time in person. And
Wonderful story.
Yeah. So there is this project in Uganda hosted by Jeffrey, and it is financed by various clubs from Germany. Okay. So he writes saying, I'm excited and thrilled to share with you on 19th of July. We aim to cover fitting and starting of sewing by project learners in June. Students went more the month timeline as far as acquiring other monthly skills like designing, tailoring, sewing designs, and now they're on pads and uniforms. Okay. And one of the uh, beneficiaries has said, my husband has, that is the parents and the children, both are learning. So the mother is saying, my husband has begin respecting and loving me more, plus giving me time to come and have the sewing skills. I'm no longer disrespected by him and his friends simply because I'm no longer sitting at home waiting for food and only focused on home. Now I have to think what I learned. I have to practice new designs, paper cutting materials to given to me and fellow learners. This is Mrs. Jane, a community island woman beneficiary. So can you imagine? This is truly the benefit and the power
inspiring. It is really inspiring.
Yes. Yeah. So that leads me to answer your question. What is my mantra? My mantra is an equal and equitable world. The word equal and equitable are not the same, as you can understand. An equal and equitable world for women where they're all able to live with dignity, be economically empowered, have access to education, have access to work, a place where their voice is heard. That's my mantra.
Thank you so much. And it's the most wonderful mantra that we have an equitable world. Even we strive for that. And I love the story of RAGMHH, that just a convention, chatting on the WhatsApp group, and it leads to a RAG which is inspiring and impacting so many lives. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, Saloni. I'm glad that it will reach more people, and I look forward to having more people join us. I will share a link with you. Maybe you can put it as a link in your
in the end of the video, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Saloni. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.